Hey guys, Chris here. You'll know me as Apparition on OCN, and I'm here today to demonstrate the GPU Universal all-in-one bracket system. When you get it, you'll probably get a package that looks kind of like this, without the tape. And when you open it, you will receive the bracket. This is the main bracket piece they use to secure your cooler 620, 920, H80, H100, whatever you might have. And this is the fan bracket piece. The fan will screw in here. You can hold up to a 92mm fan, and this piece is what connects it to the main bracket section. You'll get a bag full of screws, nuts, washers, and you'll get a copper shim for the applications that need it. So to install it, what you'll first do is you'll find these long screws, and what you want to do is take a black washer, just like that, and thread it through. Take your other long screw, black washer, thread it through. Take your graphics card, this is just my demonstration card, and what you'll want to do is remove the stock cooling system, as obviously that's what you want to do to put this guy on there. Flip the card over. You'll notice the 4 screw points here. You want to use this one, and this one primarily is how I'll demonstrate it. I'll take your screw with the black washer and thread it through. Do the same with the other one. And then flip it over. Take your other 2 black washers, put them over the screws, and then take 2 nuts. They look like this. And when you finish tightening both of them down with your fingers, you can go ahead and use a screwdriver. Tighten them up just a bit more. Still holding it with my finger, so it still remains within finger tight. Just a little bit more. You don't need to ratchet it down too bad. So, you have a black washer on each side. You have the bolt, black washer, and a securing nut. Now you can go ahead and you'll want to figure out your positioning with your cooler. So my demonstration piece, as you see, I removed the pipes in the radiator. Works just as good. Now first I'll demonstrate how to install the pump without the fan bracket. This is the main bracket piece. You'll notice this hole here. You want to position that closest to the PCI slot. This is to give the most compatibility. If you position it this way, this adjustment piece may be too long and maybe bump into the PCI bracket and or other components of your motherboard. This will give the most compatibility. And all you'll do is slip it on like that. So if you're going to install it, you want to provide your thermal application, your TIM, to the unit. This is the way that I find easiest to do, with your card on the table. Apply your TIM, push the cooler down, seat the bracket top over top. Now take 2 metal washers. They look like this. And put them over top each of the mounting screws. Then take 2 of your screw nuts, like that. And tighten the nuts down onto the mounting screws to secure your AIO to your GPU to complete the mod. And to give them an extra little torque, you can use, if you have it, a hex wrench to go over top, just like you'd use a normal socket, or you can just use a pair of, cheap needle nose pliers and just give them an extra few turns. You don't really need it too tight. What is important is that the pressure on it is even and that you have a good TIM application. So let's take this back off. Now I've removed the bracket piece. Now if you want to attach a fan, you'll need the fan adapter. Again, up to a 92mm fan. This will seat on the holes, and then you'll use the screws to mount the fan to the bracket, as you would a normal case fan. There's nothing different or special about it. Now you want to grab this small screw here, another metal washer, and another screw nut. First, take your main mounting bracket, thread the screw through the top from underneath, so the screw is pointing up. Take your fan bracket, position it over top of the screw like this. Take your metal washer, and they're a bit slippery. There we go. Just over the top like that, and then take your little screw nut there and tighten it down. When you finish, it'll look like this. Your bracket should come with 2 foam pads that you can line here, and that'll give the screw a little bit more room so it doesn't rest fully on the pump. It'll also give a little bit of protection to the pump. Once you have your fan bracket set up, you'll notice that it can rotate, and you can slide it in and out based on how tight you made this screw. It'll also move up and down the main bracket piece, so you can position your fan at the best location that you need it. Just like you did before. Position the bracket over the pump. And then apply your washer and your nuts. and then just tighten them down like you normally would. We give them a little extra turn just to make them nice and snug. Same with the fan. And that's it. That's all it needs. Good bracket system, simple to use, looks nice. So let me go ahead and take these off again. Now, if you find that in your application that your pump does not meet either the bare die, such as this, or the IHS, which is another copper shim that's built around it, if it doesn't sit flush and make good contact because it's either bumping into the PCB heat plate or a component, then you'll need to use the copper shim. One is included. So when you take it out, it is important to note that there is a green protective film over the top of it that you'll need to first peel away. See, that's pretty nice and shiny. Should make good contact. And then when you apply your TIM, you'll want to spread it onto the back side. Place it down onto your GPU die. And then spread it again on this side. And then apply your cooling unit. Now the reason is this that the dot method isn't quite as useful when applying a shim. It's a little bit better to just spread it on it. And then all you have to do is once more reinstall your bracket as you normally would. And that's all there is to adding a shim. So I just wanted to say thanks guys for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and enjoy your GPU cool universal all-in-one bracket system.